Hey, Matevz here, and in this video I'm going to show you the process that I use to create YouTube videos in less than 3 hours per week and how you can do the same. And here's the proof. If we go into my Clockify, for this month for example, I spent about 3 hours creating YouTube videos. Last month 9 hours, May 2024, 6 hours, 5 hours in April, and so on. So if you're a founder, this video is going to be really valuable for you because I'm going to share everything that I changed to make this process really easy to do, to make YouTube videos in less than 3 hours per week, and also create all of the content that can come from it. So shorts, newsletters, everything else. Watch until the end of the video to get everything, and I'm gonna get into it now. So the first thing, really important thing that I realized is that YouTube is not the same as other social media platforms. And by the way, I have a broken arm, that's why I have this on my arm. YouTube is a search engine and other platforms are social media platforms. And the difference between them is that if you post a post on other social media platforms, what happens is the post gets promoted for a few days, sometimes even a week, but then it kind of dies off, right? But on YouTube, the difference is a video can maybe even stay stagnant or not get any views for a month, and then it can jump off and start getting more and more and more views because YouTube found the right audience who's searching for the right topic, and they start recommending this to their audience. So I can show you an example of this kind of video on my channel. If I go to channel analytics, go to this video here, you can see in the first few days it only got 24, 35 views, and then once YouTube found the audience, now it just keeps getting views, and it's already 168 days past the posting point, and this is just keep getting views. And the thing is, every video like that can have a call to action to a certain lead magnet where you can capture the leads in, you can then nurture them in email automations and basically throw them into clients. So this is really powerful. This is kind of like an ad that keeps going. And another example is a video of a client of ours where it started getting views, and by the day 35 it stopped and it kind of looked like it died off. But now 90 days after posting, YouTube found the right audience again, or maybe a different audience that responds well to the video, and now it just keeps getting more and more and more and more views and more traffic to the business and so on. So the main difference is if you're stacking posts on other platforms, if you have 1,000 Instagram posts, nobody's gonna look past the 6th post, or maybe some people will, but that's like a small amount of people. Whereas if you post on YouTube, basically the bigger the library you have of videos, the more assets you have, the more videos you have that have a chance of taking off like that client's video, and after a while you just get enough volume in so that at any point in time there's a couple videos that are still going, even though others are maybe stagnant, and once some of them kind of die off, other ones take off, and you have an infinite flywheel of new leads, traffic, and everything to your business. So this is really powerful. But the problem is you can also create videos that won't ever get recommended because they don't or cannot find the right target audience. So how do you create such a video and how do you avoid it? So the aim here is to make it as easy as possible for the algorithm to find our target audience. And how I do that is I have a list of pain points, and I talk about those pain points all the time, and I make it as obvious as possible that I'm talking about those pain points. So for example, this video is about how to grow on YouTube, how to make videos easily. Is targeting a pain point that a lot of entrepreneurs have, where they don't really know how to create videos with ease or without becoming a full-time YouTuber. So when we have a bunch of people, we create the thumbnail and the title that attracts the right target audience by talking about the right pain point. Now, when the people click through, if the thumbnail and title are good enough, the people will click through, and what's gonna happen is they're gonna start watching the video. And if the video is good, if it delivers on the promise of the thumbnail and the title, so for example, if the thumbnail and the title is, I'm gonna give you the system to grow on YouTube in less than 3 hours per week, the video better deliver on that promise. Because if it won't deliver, people are gonna stop watching the video early, and that's a negative signal for YouTube. And it says basically that your video is either clickbait or just not good enough, and it's gonna stop recommending it to more people, or it's gonna try to find another audience, but if no other audience fits, then your video is basically doomed. At this point, what you're trying to do is to keep the viewers watching as long as possible so that they come to the end of the video, which makes them trust you more because they watched the whole video and they obviously got value from it, because otherwise they wouldn't watch until the end. And also, you have a chance to have a call to action for them to click through to the next video. And what this does is, when you make people click through to the next videos, what happens is they go into rabbit holes of your content. This actually happened to me. So a person went and watched one of my videos and then clicked through to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And after the 5th video, they contacted me to want to work with me. And that's because they build trust going from one video to another. People going through the rabbit holes of your content sends a positive signal to YouTube that your videos are good. People are watching them until the end. People are watching more of your content. And that way, YouTube starts promoting your channel as a whole, not just one video that's good enough for them to promote it. And after you get them clicking through the next video and the next video and the next video, this just feeds a positive feedback loop of YouTube promoting it to more and more and more and more people, and more people knowing you and trusting you and watching your videos until the end. And it just keeps snowballing until you have a big audience already. Now, even if you have the best formula for creating videos, you might still not be able to get the results in videos. And this is what I saw when I onboarded to a bunch of coachings for how to grow on YouTube and so on and so on and so on. And I got a bunch of strategies and best practices and everything. And what I realized is most of the people just talk about eliminating the basic mistakes. And then at the end of the coaching program or whatever course or whatever, they just say, you just have to keep going to get results. To keep going, it's the hardest part of YouTube, right? Because if you are spending 10 to 20 hours a week to create a YouTube video, it's hard to keep going, especially if you have a business to run. So what I decided to do is build a system creating content where I can create YouTube videos in less than 3 hours per week, and also be able to repurpose that content to all the other platforms and create ads easily and everything. So, because if you don't make it easy for yourself to do YouTube, it's very hard to build that large library of videos that are gonna have enough videos in there for them to keep being recommended and for a certain batch of people to keep getting views, and once one dies off, another video takes off, and so on. So since the beginning of this year, making it easy to create YouTube videos and to create content has been the main focus of mine. And I've distilled it down, and I've distilled the base system into the 3-hour YouTube system that you can download below. It's a Notion system, and it's gonna help you create content in less than 3 hours per week in a streamlined fashion, where you don't have to think about ideas for hours and how to script them out and so on. It's all a process. You have a bit of a course alongside it, and you can download it below. But otherwise, if you're a founder and want to grow on YouTube, you can also book a call with me and we can do one-on-one coaching. I can implement this system for you and show you everything about YouTube and how to grow on it in the next 3 months. Now, YouTube takes a long time to get results from, but you can also use YouTube videos to nurture your existing audience on other platforms, like I did, for example, on LinkedIn, where I posted a YouTube video on LinkedIn to introduce some long-form content, and after that video, about 4 people, if I remember correctly, reached out to me directly and said they want to work with me because they watched my YouTube video. So I call this the double post strategy, and it kind of connects all of the social media together. And you can watch the next video here where I go in depth on how I made it work. But otherwise, just have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.